Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Alright. Back to questing. I'm curious about something. Wow, 77K. Oh, 77.5K. Whew.
All right, Toggle. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
You're a good boy, Toggle. Alright. Hey, Tomes.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library. I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Alright. And that is everything here at the hideaway. So, next up, where's the least amount? Okay, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here in Dhalmekia. 1, 2, 2 in Rosaria. 2 in 2 in Sembrek. And 2 in Waloed. Well, you know, let's just go ahead and start over in Waloed. And we'll make our way around. Alright. Litany of Errors. Unconcealed Truth. Oh, actually, I should have gone to a local map. How do I... Okay. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 2 there. 1, 2, 2 there. And I'm not going to bother counting how many's there. Yeah, we're here in Waloed anyway, so... Okay. Litany of Errors. An Unconceivable Truth. Nobody's Tool. Okay, Unconcealable Truth. Get rid of that one. There you have Errors. What was the last one? There you have Errors, Inconceivable Truths, Nobody's Tool. Truth. There we go. We'll head to this one. Yeah, we'll head to this one first.
Ready, go?
Since 2 of them are on the same side.
Caution, brother.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Alrighty. Ether Flood. Gotta go real around.
No mistakes. That's it.
And by around, I mean let's go the complete wrong way.
Back to the stables, girl. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here.
Alright. There's something here. And I should probably get Zentensuken up. Conditioning schedule. Today, exercise will consist of the press yard, 20 sandbags for each duration as instructor shall dictate. The furnace burn intensely to be gradually increase. Live combat. 1 to 3 hellhounds depending on performance.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture.
The Kingdom of Waloed hereby incorporates this institution wherein juvenile bearers are to be granted the opportunity to give themselves in service to the state as soldiers. Trainees succumb to the crystal's curse or otherwise perish are to be disposed of with all haste. The graveyard is strictly reserved for the uncursed. Bear disposal within its boundaries to be punished by death.
Disposed of? Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry.
No kidding. I have recently learned that my own daughter was among the children turned to stone by by the brutal training I subjected them to. I had not so much as thought of her since handing her over to the authorities as a babe, but inquiries with the military confirmed it. It was her. I had been torturing my own flesh and blood, and now I see her everywhere. Today, one of the children smiled at me in the hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. It was her smile. The smile she inherited from her mother. The mother that I killed for giving birth to a bearer. Their ghosts have all come back to haunt me. My daughters, my wife's, all of them. All those children. So many have died by my hand. I can bear the guilt no longer. And so I have decided, tomorrow I too must die. It will be the last order I give those poor wretches, the last torment I subject them to. I will command them to tear me limb from limb and inter my accursed corpse beneath the white tree. Those crooked hands reach to the sky in supplication. And besides me, my shame, my curse, the record of all their names, all those I have wronged.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
Oh wow, it moved. So we were supposed to read those. Well, let's go see. Man, that is hard. Knowing what he did and who he did it to.
A forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
Bad Batch Conversory. Registry of Bearers Lost. Let's see. Uh, 646V08E I6D. Hans, 10 years. Lithification. Alfred, 9 years. Succumbed to conditioning. Franz, 12 years. Lithification. Polymia. 10 years. Imbractication. 846V 8E I7D. Bruno, 11 years discipline for attempted fight. Jonah, 12 years discipline for attempt to fight. 846V 09E I8D. Renard, 9 years succumbed to conditioning. Matra, 10 years succumbed to conditioning. Lothar, 12 years litigation. Dietrich, 11 years embracication. Let's see. 846V, 9E, I9D. And that's it.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. And where is the architect of all this misery?
Oh. Looks like you didn't go through with it.
It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
Well, let's go ahead and take all these guys out. Okay, you know, I did dodge that, thank you. Okay. Come here. Take this. Zentensuken! Come on.
This one.
right, the grab killed him. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it was only a matter of time before that would happen.
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
Okay. But of course, before we do that, we are actually gotta go and do everything else we're doing here. Oh, there's a chest up here. Okay. How the fuck do I even get back? Okay, there we go. Maybe. If I had to guess, we just killed the chairman. Unless it happened recently, then the ether flood set in.
Let's go.
Even though I do like... No, I do want to keep that. Alright.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
Ah, potion refill. Probably wherever the waypoint's taking me to. The complete bounty of Banes. Euphoria, or Tale of Wyvern. White of flower, black of root. The latter of which gives out an icky gall when cut or crushed. The tribesmen of northern storm pricked their skin with oaken needles soaked in such, drawing courtesy patterns about their arms and legs, in honor of their heathen gods. The gall is passing intoxicate that a single drop taken by mouth may result in cramps of most painful for 5 days and 5 nights, or applied to a wound, certain death. Should a slip of the needle end a young warrior's life, it is said that his skin print failed to find favor among the heavens.
His interests were certainly varied.
Ooh, an empty shard. The Royal Intelligence Training Report. In the wake of a tragic fire at Caer Novant in 873 V and the subsequent depletion of our most highly participated intelligencers, all mainland strongholds were instructed to redouble training in Candlens maneuvers, improvised weaponry, and assassination techniques, and dispatched promising volunteers to Sovereign for inspection. This report details progress made by the Stronghill at Garnark in invigorating Waloed's ranks of esteemed intelligencers.
This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks?
Probably. The Flora's Fabularing, the Moogle. No spirit or sprite appears more often in Valestian folk tales than the humble Moogle, though they are occasionally painted as mischievous souls akin to pixies or imps. Most stories depict them as clumsy yet congenial spirits who delight in helping mankind with their daily labors. They are said to have sweet tooths, leading to the common superstition that one must not leave cakes or other sweet meat uncovered overnight, lest naught remain but crumbles come morning. In appearance, they are described as being covered head to toe in soft white fur, except expecting the small dark wings by which they are somehow able to take flight, and the brightly covered pom-pom that protrudes from the top of their heads. And yet, there is one detail regarding the Moogle that most find more remarkable than even the orb on top of its brow: the fact that the creatures actually exist. Preposterous, I hear you cry. Everybody knows that Moogles are the stuff of legends. I quite agree. But every legend has its basis in truth. And in the case of the Moogle, the fact may be not dissimilar to the fiction. Ancient bestiaries list the white mole whose feet do not touch the ground among the beasts of the realm, and the illustrations beside the name, why it is none other than the Moogle. Of course, it is true that the creatures are not known to still survive in the Twins in the modern day. Perhaps their miniature wings carry them to other climes. Perhaps they were hunted to extinction, or perhaps, just perhaps, they do still live among us, hidden far away from human view. Nothing on that, Clive? Okay. From a Distance. Chapter 16. Wow. Final Fantasy 16, Chapter 16. Clever. Not really. The emergence of the first magic adepts was widely heralded as a gift from the gods. Indeed, the title with which those with the gift come to be commonly known is most likely the contraction of bearer of the heavenly blessing. The wording used by the tribunes of the time, those born with the blessings, were lauded as living crystals and granted high office and plentiful reward for their status as chosen ones. Over the years, this reverence for their kind will become a full-fledged religion led by the bearers themselves, a develop that would prove fateful. The the diviners nations of the time were unanimous of their disapproval of the founding of the church, while the authorities had for years welcomed bearers into positions of power in their own structures of state. They were mistrusting of an organization led by bearers for bearers. Effort, efforts were immediately made to chastise the church and its followers, banning members from holding office, evicting adherents from their homes, and breaking up meeting by force. The church responded by forming a volunteer army to resist the pre, 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 persecutions, 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 and yet it continued, creating a cycle of ever increasing bloodshed and rancor, and a growing rift between those born with the blessing and those without. What being with what began with beatings and street clashes would eventually spill over into an all-out war that consumed the greater part of the twins for nigh a generation and de- de- decimented the population of men and bearers both. The deluge of blood and the stains that stains the land crimson, and left an even more lasting mark upon the minds of the Valentinian people. After the bearers' last resistance were crushed, the nations of Valestia came together to sign the Continental Accords that indicate the system of slavery that persists across the realms to this day. Its well-known phrase, bearers are other than humans. I already said my roots. I already said my stuff on that multiple times, but as its roots in the bitter war of the years before, being the unblessed only excuse for their calamitous refusal to allow the blessing to decide their own destinies.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
But it looks like someone's there to stop us. Okay, come on.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you.
And?
From a distance, so to speak.
Your point?
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book.
Nope.
Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Nope.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
If you literally think you can, go for it. Oh, hi.
Let's see, shall we?
You won't survive, by the way. Wrong one. You know how many people said that they're going to end me, and guess how many of them actually ended me? Considering that I'm still alive, none. Wasn't expecting a second swing. Oh, sweet. Still able to bring him down. Sentensuken!
Farewell.
Goodbye. Don't know why you really thought that would work. If you've seen me, then you know that you didn't even stand a ghost of a chance.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait.
And the answer will still be the same. Same with the way that it came out.
Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Caution, brother.
Should
Bet
probably
you're
pop
ready.
one potion. You know, if you've been watching us for a while, they should know that they literally thought that we were going to be
All right.
cooperating. What the hell am I doing? Then they know that that was not going to end proudly for them.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
Can I dodge all these battles?
Have care.
Ah, screw it. I need my Zensen suit up.
All yours, Torgal. This one.
Nice work, everyone. Alrighty.
Caution, brother.
Don't worry, Josh. I'd be more than enough careful.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet. But let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Of course.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer. I hope.
Oh, crap.
Locked up tight.
Sorry, Josh. You know... Ah, damn it. Got too hasty.
Get him! Attack! Stay down! It's over!
Blooming Dark, right of designation. The Kingdom of Wulude hereby disengates this facility, a prison for the determinated of detainment of bearers, both foreign and domestic. Purpose of this facility is to rear and train a Kuza best for deployment in the field. The aforementioned purpose is a matter of strict secrecy, and any mention thereof is to be punished by death. Captive bearers have been provided solely for the perusal of the aforementioned purpose. Express permissions is required for use of bearers in any other capacity.
So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Of course. Okay, so I can explore just a little bit.
You're finished. It's over.
All right.
Get him. It's
Nope.
You're finished.
All right.
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
Alrighty. From what it's showing that I might be up for a big battle, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna take my break now. When I return, we will continue with side quests. So yeah, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.